welcome back to the channel, everybody. Really excited about this project. Hope you guys are too. So I just picked this up. It's a 2001 330 Ci. It is a manual, unfortunately, and does have the Dove Gray interior, but does have sport seats. As you can see, cosmetically needs a little love. We'll do a quick little walk around, talk about the car itself and the plans. So you can see we're missing a turn signal housing on the driver's side. It's kind of common. Love the M stripes. That's got to be worth at least 40 horsey torques. And missing the grille on this passenger side. I believe it's actually on the trunk. We'll get to that in a little bit. These aftermarket grills, they fit like crap. I've got them on my 330 Ci, and they don't fit very well either. So we'll figure that out, which direction we want to go. I'm definitely not going to put OEM ones on this, but we'll see if maybe we can find a set that fits a little better. This corner lamp's in place, but we'll probably just order a pair so they match. It's not uncommon for the lenses to fly off of these, even the decent ones. They'll age out and the lenses fly off. That could be why that's missing. Hopefully the harness is in here. I'm sure it is. Somewhere in there. Yeah, I see it way down there. So we'll continue around this side. Lower front's got some scrapes from, driveway entrances. We got a little bit of a boo-boo over here, a little whiskey lick. But it looks like this is just paint transfer. It's on the outside, and I think I can hit that with the buffer and get most of that out. So that'll be the goal there when we go to clean up the bodywork. Down the sides, it's pretty straight, actually. I mean, I don't really see any dings. The lower trims all in good shape, not falling off. Maybe a little touch loose there, but on the back again, just looks like a little scuff mark. That's should be easy to pull that off. Our tires, they're no names, they're Ironmans, but they're all from 2021, 8th week of 21. They're all matching. Good tread. Brakes look decent. We'll pop wheels off here. Probably in the next video, we'll do a full mechanical walkthrough. So you see in the back here, we're missing both lights for the trunk lid. It's not a big deal. We'll order those up as well. I think we're going to get the same ones that match. They have ones with the red and amber on the trunk. I think that'll look kind of good. And I don't know. I'm kind of digging the spoiler. Slick back looks good too for my 330 Ci, but I don't mind the spoiler. It's not too bad. I think these were actually an option, and paint wise it matches pretty close, and so I think it's a quality spoiler. I don't think it's just an eBay special, but I mean, you guys tell me. Same tires on this side. Brakes again look decent. Trim work all looks good. Roof's good. The paint on this is actually in really nice shape. So I think this definitely is going to make a nice little flip, and that's actually going to be what our goal is. So I picked this up, and my goal is to go through it, see what it needs, figure out what we're going to repair and do. My goal is actually going to be, can we buy and fix a cheap car for under 2,500 bucks? So that leads to the next point. What did I pay for this? I paid 1,600 bucks. The guy was asking originally 29. He came down to 18. I offered 15, and we settled on 16. So 1,600 bucks in this, and if I follow the $2,500 goal budget, we should be all in about 900 bucks in parts. That's not including my labor. One of the good things about that, we don't have to buy tires. Tires will absolutely ruin your budget. So if you guys are looking for cheap projects, that's one of two things that I always try to look for, is something with good tires and not a lot of body damage or paint work, because that stuff adds up really fast and does not net very much return. But let's keep looking through this thing. We'll start in the trunk. And here you can see we got the battery. This is the battery that was in the car. You can see it was a 1221. I had to throw my battery in it because this was dead. You see some of my tools. Actually, here's one of the lenses that was probably in this car. I don't know if that's a new or a replacement. Actually, this looks like a new one. The gasket hasn't been squished, but there's only one. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out so we can get a better look in here. Got some nice WeatherTech floor mats. Those are kind of nice. Oh, we got aluminum pedalage. Nice. I don't really want to touch this. I'm sure it's just a rag. I'm sure. Nothing else there. Got some jack stuff. Let's see what's in the toolkit. This thing has got the roadside sticker. That's pretty cool. Most of it's missing. Does have the tow hook and the lug wrench. All the other tools are missing. Let's see what is in the spare tire well. Got the pen. Oh, we got a matching style 68 wheel too. Nice. Definitely been used. I don't see anything else under there, so that's kind of good. No big surprises. Trunk shocks seem a little light. So on the inside, first thing you'll notice, beep, 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 beep. So my 330 Ci had this problem as well. We could never figure out what the actual issue was. At some point, the cluster died, had the cluster traces redone, and it no longer beeps. It's definitely something in the cluster, at least on my car, because you could swap clusters between another vehicle and mine, and the beeping would go away. But yeah, the door panel looks good. I mean, it's dirty, needs to be cleaned. Looks like we're missing the door lock. Does not have the Harman Kardon. That's kind of a bummer. The floor is really clean. I mean, it needs to be cleaned up, but it's in good shape. Let's see, seats, they work. Cool. Seats are in decent shape. I mean, normal wear and tear that you normally see on these things. Back carpet's in really great shape. I mean, especially for being this dove gray interior, which is by far my least favorite. Let's go to the other side. Again, this side, again, just needs to be cleaned. Not a big deal. This seat's in pretty good shape. Sorry about the sun. A-pillar trim is bad. Same as B and C-pillar, the headliner sagging. That could be a little project. I did the headliner on my 330. Wasn't too bad of a job. It's a glove box. Got a little BMW notepad. That's pretty cool. Got the original owner's manual. Cover for the sunroof. You see that's out of place. And just some trash. Oh, the fuse thing. That's good. That's about it. Let's see what's in this notepad. So, doesn't look like much. Looks like they just used the first sheet. Let's see what we got. An oil change, speakers, trans fluid, rear end, diff plugs, coils. That was at 206,000 miles, and a radiator. So had some good maintenance not too long ago. Another oil change, lower control arm bushings, front speakers, new tires for at 210, oil change 213. Currently this has 241,000 miles on it. So she's got some clicks, but that really doesn't scare me. So my theory is, gross, the soft touch stuff. My theory with these kind of cars is to get to this kind of mileage, they needed some love. You're not going to get this kind of mileage not doing any kind of maintenance. So they don't really scare me. 20-year-old cars that only have 100 to 150,000, those I worry about a little bit more. You can get to that kind of mileage without doing a ton. I'll just get the seat back here. I don't know what that is. I think that's some sort of radar detector. Maybe you guys can tell me what that is. See, it's got K40 on there. I think that's a radar detector. It's cool. Got this really ugly steering wheel cover that will pull off. Ugh. Well, I see why it's got a cover on it. This is not the right wheel for it as far as I know. I don't think this, I mean, it might be. Oh, 246,000 miles. So yeah, some clicks, but again, I'm not really worried about it. We'll go ahead and fire it up. And of course we got engine light, we got jellyfish launchers, door open, obviously because the door's still open, seatbelt light. And the reason why I got this car is kind of cheap, the battery light. We talked about the oil light. When it's yellow, that's usually the oil level sensor. So either, oh, she went out. That's very typical of a failed level sensor. We'll order a new one. When we do the oil change, that should take care of that. But the battery light, we'll talk about that here in a sec. She revs up good. I have not scanned for codes yet. I'll do that in a minute. Problem is I need my phone, which I'm recording on, to get those. So I'll probably scan those real quick and we'll bleep them in to the video so I can let you guys know what that is. Just got the standard business CD radio. It seems to work. Fan works. Blower motor resistors on these tend to go bad. And you got some Mardi Gras beads, some crappy LED lights. We'll change those out. Don't know if the sunroof works. We'll have to investigate that another day. But let's go under the hood. And there we are with a beep, 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 beep again. It absolutely drove me nuts on my old car. Under the hood, I mean, this thing is clean. I really don't like these early washer housings. The later ones, they're blacktop, they look a lot better. Although this one, I'm guessing this was replaced because it's not yellowed. The plastic is still soft. These tend to dry out real bad and just explode. We still have the SAP. You see down there, we still have standard manifolds, so it hasn't had catless headers. This looks very, very stock. So the reason the battery light's on, there is no belt, and you can just see the top of the tensioner let go, and the belt's off, and it's really difficult to see, but lucky me, it is wrapped all the way around the clutch fan. So that's going to be a lot of fun getting that out. To do that, basically I'm going to remove the air box and just kind of get in there and see if I can unwind it. That's the only way. I got to get that fan off in order to do the tensioners. I think I have a spare tensioner and belt from the turbo car. Probably grab those just so I can get it running and moving and not relying on just battery capacity in order to move this thing around. And then we'll go ahead and I'll order from FCP Euro once I do the full mechanical walk around on this. Headlight lenses, I might replace those. They're pretty cheap. Or I might just hit them with a polish. Both work pretty well. Fog lights are all yellowed out. I doubt I'm going to touch those. Mine on my car are the same way. Eventually I'll replace them on mine. But clean up the headlights, getting some corner lenses, trunk lights, fix the grills. I think that's going to make a huge difference on the appearance of this car. All right, so I'm pretty sure one of the codes is going to be for vacuum leaks. So I just stuck my finger down here as I'm talking to you. And yeah, that's the vacuum line to the SAP. And it literally fell apart in my hands. So this is loose in the housing. That looks like one of the mounts is broke. Well, both of them are broke, so that's nice. We could do an SAP delete on this, tune it out. I don't know if I'll go that far. We'll probably just try to get it working and leave that for the next owner. It's not going to affect how it drives, as long as it works, and then there's no engine lights. So we can pass emissions. So we do have some emissions testing here in Georgia. Basically, they scan for codes, and as long as there's no codes and they do a visual to make sure that there's cats, you pass. Cabin filter doesn't look too bad, actually. We'll figure out if we'll replace that or not once we start tallying up the needs. Like I said, what I'd like to do is to do this whole thing for about 900 bucks, be in at 2,500 bucks, and then move this on to the next person. But we need to do a full walk around on it and see what all the needs are. I haven't been under it. I don't know what the steering suspension is like. I'll fart with that later. But all in all, guys, I mean, this thing's a really nice shape. I don't think we'll be able to really get a look underneath. So do we have a belly pan? We have a belly pan. Amazing. I don't know if you caught the -40F on the gauge cluster. That is because the ambient temp sensor that lives in this corner is broken. I saw the wires hanging, so we'll need to probably find a pigtail to repair that and a new sensor. It's not a big deal. Let's see, what do we look like on back here? I can't see much. It's not really wet anywhere that I can see. Yeah, it looks pretty dry. The diff looks dry. Again, this is a Georgia car, so there's no rust. It's in really nice shape. I can't believe this thing has almost 250,000 miles on it. It is so clean. And we haven't even washed it, detailed it. This thing is gonna really come around. I think it's gonna make someone a really nice daily. So I'm gonna go ahead and scan the codes real quick, see what they are, and I'll be right back. All right, so we did the scan. What did we come up with? Oh yeah, we're missing a brake pedal cover. Did our codes. I was trying to show you guys here. But there's a PO560, which is a system voltage issue, which, well, there's no belt and the battery was dead, so that makes sense. PO313, which is a misfire detected with low fuel. That, a lot of people make a lot bigger deal out of that than they need to. All that means is that you've had a misfire and you had low fuel. There's nothing to do with the fuel itself. It's just that you had a misfire and you had low fuel. Now the real issue is the misfire. So what caused the misfire? Next two codes, PO171, PO174, system 2 lean, vacuum leaks. So you know what that means. We're gonna have to do a smoke test with the Ventus, which I already planned on. I'll show you the common leak points when we do that. PO1447, manufacturer defined. I don't recall what that is off the top of my head. We'll have to look at that. And then O2 sensor heater circuit. So that last code with the O2 sensor heater, that could be a failed O2 sensor. I'd have to Google that specific code, see which position is it in. It also could be that the wiring laid against the exhaust and melted. So we'll have to investigate further. We could also fire up input and take another look to see what's going on. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Like I said, I'm excited for this project. E46 is definitely dear to my heart. I mean, obviously I've put thousands and thousands of dollars into the 330 Ci for autocross. And this is what started my channel. Before the Turbo Turd project, I actually had two 325i's that I bought, got running, and sold on. So I think this is going to be a really fun flip. I can show you guys some of the common issues and just how easy these things are to work on. Generally no real special tools. Stuff's easy to to figure out. There's tons of info out there. And then the mod scene, I mean, anything you want to do to these things. You want to turbo them, supercharge them, keep them stock, wide body, spec E46. I mean, just the sky's the limit on these things. Tons of OEM support, tons of aftermarket support. I think this is gonna be a really awesome project, and I'm so glad to share this with you. I couldn't sleep all night knowing I was going to go pick this up in the morning. So I'm gonna end this one here. The next video, we're going to make some room, either in the driveway or the garage, depending on weather. Get this thing up in our teeth and look it over mechanically, see what all it needs, make our list, and start ordering some parts. If you like this project, you want to follow along, make sure you smash that like and subscribe buttons, share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next one.